Hi guys, it was great that BBC journalist Victoria Derbyshire had taken over from Laura Kuenssberg on her own show because the latter was absolutely terrible at her job. She tried to play the role of honest broker and critical reporter, but keeps coming off as a Tory hack and a Boris Johnson supporter. There have been allegations that the two may have had a relationship that was beyond professional. Anyway, here she was after a long period of absence, appearing to defend Boris Johnson's lies over Brexit and the vaccine rollout. Have a listen to this.
Right. So I should mention also just on that, some backers of Boris Johnson would also say that although the UK could have gone on its own on the vaccine if we're in the EU, it was much more likely to go on its own having left the EU. So, the UK's huge success of the vaccine programme is not, is maybe tangentially, but probably linked to the fact that we had left the EU by that point.
No. Why do we have to keep repeating this point? That's not the case. The UK was a member of the European Union until 2020, okay? The end of January, beginning of February 2020. And then after that, it remained within the transition period. But this whole point about the vaccine has been debunked I don't know how many times, and I have to keep bringing up this clip.
We have been able to authorise the supply of this vaccine using provisions under European law which exist until the 1st of January. So our speed or our progress has been totally dependent on the availability of data in our rolling review and the rigorous assessment and independent advice we have received. So I hope that clarifies the point about the European relationship.
It clarifies the point. It clarifies the point for me and for most reasonable people. It doesn't seem to clarify it for Boris Johnson and Boris Johnson's supporters. Under EU laws, the UK was not a member of the European Union, but it was following EU laws and EU regulations throughout the transition period. In a sense, the UK was a member of the European Union. Now, officially, of course not. It had left. But within the transition period, nothing really changed. That's been reinforced in this clip here from the BBC. Did Laura Kuenssberg never see this clip? Did she not know about it? It's absolutely ridiculous. This Brexit lie that the UK had to leave the European Union in order to have the vaccine rollout. There have been other countries like Hungary that was at the same level when it came to the rollout of the vaccine. Now, of course, after that, things changed and the rollout was faster in other countries than in the United Kingdom. At the time, I said, this isn't a race. Brexiteers tried to paint it as a race until the UK was falling behind, and then it no longer became a race. But the narrative Boris Johnson and Brexiteers were trying to suggest it was that we had to leave the European Union in order to roll out the vaccine, and then it was the fastest rollout in Europe or in the world or whatever. That was not true. And that's not because I'm a Remainer or Rejoiner or anything. That's the experts talking. And surely you would imagine a journalist from the BBC would have understood that. Or is she just a hack? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.